What you put in your shopping basket this week is what you will be eating next week. No negotiation, no willpower, and no second chances. If weight loss or healthy eating keeps slipping for you, this is why. Most people think their eating decisions happen in the kitchen. That's a mistake. They happen here in the supermarket. Because once food enters your house, your tired, hungry future self does not debate it. They just eat what's there, which means this week's shopping has already decided how the next 7 days will go. So this is not a discipline problem. It's not motivation problem. It is a shopping problem. I am Dr. Almeri, a weight loss surgeon. Today, I will show you how to change your shopping basket so your future healthy habits become easier with fewer daily battles and without relying on motivation. Let's dive in. If you shop once a week, here's the truth most people miss. Whatever goes into your basket, that's what you will be eating over the next 7 days. There is no daily negotiation. Every snack, every quick meal, those choices were already made in the supermarket. That is why shopping matters so much, because the supermarket is where we decide what options we're going to be eating for the next week. It's not in the kitchen, it's not late at night when we are tired. Now let's think about a normal evening. Think about a day when you go back home and you're feeling tired. You had a long day. You open the fridge and what's there? You find sausages, maybe frozen chips, pizza, ready meals. What do you think you're gonna be eating? Of course you're gonna be eating these. Not because you are weak, but because it's the easy way. Now imagine opening the fridge and seeing, wow, there's like a chicken breast cubes that already been kind of chopped ready to be cooked. There's some frozen vegetables in the freezer and there are some potatoes as well. Suddenly you feel, wow, a 15-minute home cooked meal is not a bad option. Even for your tired brain, you would think, wow, I could do this, I could apply it in real life. Because you prepared everything when you did your shopping a week ago. These decisions did not happen today, they happened like a week ago when you did your shopping, and that is the core part of building healthy habits and healthy identity. It doesn't all start from the kitchen, it starts from the preparation, from how you set up things for your week to start. Because once the food is in your house, your brain, particularly tired brain of a long day, is not going to debate it. It's just going to go for what's easy and what's available. So if the easy option is ultra-processed food, trust me, that is what you're going to go for. This is why willpower later in the week will almost always fail. You're kind of asking your tired brain to fight a cupboard full of temptation. So instead of fighting all these cravings at night, why don't we move all these decisions to earlier stage, to the supermarket, to a calmer environment where your brain is not exhausted and could make sensible decisions. This is how habits actually change, not by trying harder, but by choosing better before even the week starts. In the next part of the video, I will share with you 3 simple but very important hacks that decide whether your shopping works for you or quietly works against you. If your week keeps going off track, this is where it usually starts. These are not theories, they are patterns I see again and again in my clinic. I review hundreds of food diaries. I sit with patients and we talk through what they eat, what they buy, and why some weeks fall apart when they are trying very hard and the same mistakes show up every time. Let's go through these 3 simple hacks one by one. The first hack is never shop hungry or thirsty. This one is non-negotiable. I see that all the time when I review food diaries. People don't plan to buy snacks or sugary drinks. But when I ask, when did you do your shopping? The answer is almost always, I was a little bit tired. I haven't eaten for a while. I just wanted to get it done. Shopping while hungry or thirsty changes what your brain thinks is a good idea. When your hunger hormones are high, your brain starts scanning for quick calories, sugary drinks, fast food, not because you are weak, but because your body wants energy now. So your basket quietly fills up with foods you never meant to buy. And if that's what fills the basket, you've already made the next week harder before it even starts. Don't shop stuffed, but shop reasonably full. Have a bit of a lighter snack or maybe a piece of fruit and drink some water. I do this myself. I've even compared my own baskets when I shop hungry and when I am not. And even my patients notice the same pattern. That one small change dramatically alters what ends up in your trolley and how much willpower you will need over the next week. The second hack is use shopping list, or at least have some kind of a structure for your shopping. In my clinic, patients who use some form of shopping planning often end up with fewer impulse buys, fewer snack foods, and more proper meals. But here's the key point. It's not the list itself that matters, it's having some kind of a structure before you walk into the shop. Because without a structure, your basket gets built one impulse at a time, and that is how your week will drift even without you noticing. So whether you write a list or prefer to walk the aisles of the supermarket like I do, the same simple structure applies. As you shop, think of it in this particular order. First, cooking ingredients. You want kind of foods that will let you actually cook meals at home. And the second part is protein-based foods. So you're going to be thinking about what kind of proteins you're going to be putting in your meals, in your snacks, something like chicken, fish, eggs, meat, and beans. Third, think about what vegetables and fruits you're going to be buying. Something like fresh or frozen, both equally okay, but what these kind of fruits and vegetables will do is that will give you the main bulk of your foods, the fibers that you need for your body. Fourth, think about what the healthy snacks that you're going to be eating during the week. Stuff like nuts, hummus, something healthy that will give you a little bit of a filling in between meals. And the fifth part is looking into what dairy products you're going to be eating if you have dairy products usually. And here we're going to be talking about something like healthy cheese, milk, natural yogurt like a Greek yogurt. If most of your basket comes from these groups, your week has already had a very solid, strong start. Now, ultra-processed foods are not banned, but if you choose them, they should be intentional. Kind of small amounts chosen on purpose. Try to avoid bulk buying, the kind of buy one, get one free temptation, not filling the cupboards just in case where you have loads of ultra-processed foods and snacks kept on the side. Just buy what you're intentionally planning to eat during the week. Because when ultra-processed foods and unhealthy snack dominates your basket, they will quietly dominate the week. This is not about shopping perfectly. It's about kind of walking into the supermarket with some kind of plan in your head instead of just letting the shop decide for you. And remember, the supermarket, when they design the shelves and what they put in the aisles, there is like a science behind this to keep that temptation and cravings for particular types of food running in the people are doing the shopping. So having that structure in mind is very important to kind of counteract the work that the supermarket has put in place to force you to buy things that maybe are not the best for you. That one single change would allow you to reduce a lot of the impulse buying, reduce the regrets, and make the rest of the week much easier. The third hack is simple but very effective psychologically and practically. Take a photo of your shopping basket just before you leave the shop. Most people think change comes from trying harder, but this hack is not about effort at all. It's about seeing what's already happening in a calm, clear way without any judgment. To be honest, it's one of the most important and powerful tools I use with my patients, and almost nobody does it in a natural way, but when they do, something important happens. They stop guessing why their week keeps going off track. So before you check out, take a photo of your shopping basket, then pause and look at it calmly, not to judge yourself, not to feel guilty, just to see what's actually there. That's it. Then save the photo and move on. Don't return items, don't criticize yourself, because the goal here is not to fix the basket today. The goal is to see the pattern that will shape the whole week. When people do this, the reaction is almost always the same. I didn't realize how snack heavy my basket was. Or something like, I thought I was eating badly, but actually my shopping basket is okay. That photo explains why the next week goes the way it does. Once you see that pattern, you finally know what to change next. Not everything, just one thing. Maybe it's a little bit more protein, maybe a bit more vegetables, maybe a little bit fewer ultra-processed snacks, small changes, clear direction. That's how frustration turns into progress. And these photos become the real health trackers, not the number on the scale. Because the scale takes some time to react, but the basket predicts early, week by week. You are no longer hoping things improve. You can see it happening. You start shopping differently before your weight even changes. That is the real progress. So take a photo, pose, move on. After a few weeks, look back at the pictures. If the trend is healthier, you are on the right track. Now, before we finish, let me be very clear what this video is all about. It is structuring your shopping basket. If you remember one thing from the video, remember this. You do not fail at eating. You inherit your week from when you buy in the supermarket. Change the basket and you change the week. So here are 2 simple things I would like you to try in the next week when you go shopping. First, take a photo of your shopping basket. Just like we discussed, no judgment, just a photo. If you're comfortable, post it in our channel's community, not to be criticized, but to be seen. Second, next time you are in the supermarket, take a moment to notice other people's baskets. Not to judge the people, not to label them, just to observe the patterns. What kinds of foods dominates? Are they meal ingredients or snacks? Fresh food or ultra-processed foods? Just make some mental notes, no comments, because once you train your eye to see patterns in baskets, you start understanding why some weeks are easier than others, whether for yourself or for others around you. I am Dr. Almeri, a weight loss surgeon. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, I will show you how to read food labels and make smarter choices within each category without obsession and without confusion. If this way of thinking makes sense to you, subscribe so you do not miss next videos. See you in the next one.